Welcome, my beautiful souls. Today, we are going to go behind the tarot reading, a look behind the reading. When most people watch a tarot reading, they usually see the moments that the cards are placed on the table. They see the shuffle, they see the cards being pulled, they see the message unfold. But what they don't see is the part that happens before any card is touched. Because for me, the reading does not begin when I pick up the deck. The reading begins long before that. Before I sit down, I take a moment, a real moment, not just to prepare the cards, but to prepare myself. I quiet the noise around me. I let the outside world settle. Because when you're trying to connect with something deeper, you have to create space for it. And intuition does not usually arrive when everything is chaotic. It really comes in the quiet, in the stillness, in that small space between asking a question and being willing to listen. I often think of a tarot deck like a doorway. The cards are the language, the symbols are the words, but the connection, that comes from the energy, the intuition, the intention, and the willingness to hear what needs to be heard. A card can have a traditional meaning, they do, but sometimes a message comes through that goes beyond the book. It's a feeling, a thought. Many times for me, a memory. A phrase that suddenly enters my mind, or a song. Something that makes me pause and say, okay, this is important. And this shuffle is not just a shuffle. It's not just mixing cards together. For me, it is a sacred transition. It is the moment where I move from everyday life into the space where I am listening. I am holding the question. I am holding the energy. I am holding the person on the other side of the reading. And I'm asking, what is it they need to understand? Not what they want to hear, not what creates the most comfort, but what brings awareness, what brings healing, and what brings clarity. Because sometimes I have learned over time is that every person who comes to a reading is carrying their own story. Sometimes they carry heartache, sometimes confusion. Many times they're standing at a crossroads. And sometimes they just need confirmation that they are not alone. And before the cards ever come out, I honor that. I honor the person. I honor their journey. I also want people to understand something important. A tarot reading is not about removing someone's power. It's not about saying, this is your fate and nothing can change. Wow, life is not that simple. We have choices. We have free will. We have the ability to grow, shift, heal, and change direction. A reading is a mirror. Sometimes it reflects things that we already know deep down. Sometimes it helps us see something that we may have been avoiding. And sometimes it reminds us of our own strength. And that is why the preparation matters. Because I'm not just pulling cards. I am listening. I am connecting. I'm allowing the message to unfold. And sometimes the most important part of a reading is not even the card that comes out. It's the moment before it. That quiet moment where we become open. So the next time you see any tarot reading, remember, there is a whole unseen world before that first card is revealed. There is intention. There is respect. There is stillness. And there is a reader listening and a message waiting to be understood. Because the cards may tell the story, but the connection is where the real magic happens. And we have that connection. And I thank you all. Bye-bye.